good leadership skills. True or false? True. Thank you. What has sensual passion got to do with leadership? What has softness got to do with leadership? Very little, or even absolutely nothing. True or false? Then why should we send women with assertiveness and stability of character to the back? Simply because they are women. There is a misconception that womanhood is a hood in which any being living in it should be seen and must not be heard. This, I think, is a notion that was built up by the masculine to silence anything female and cheat nature. Nature, which is a woman, has refused to be cheated, and maybe that is why nature is not balanced. This is to tell you that men have been scared of women since the beginning of time. I am also of the opinion that the negativity that was added to what the yin represents was added by the male to make men afraid of women and women afraid of themselves. Little the wonder during the time of the witch hunt, the over 5 million people that were tied to a stake, burnt and tagged witches were all women. These were women that men feared would become leaders. Free-thinking women, intellectually sound female scholars, priestesses, and even midwives, whose only crime was using herbs to reduce labor pain. Well, I am here to proclaim it loudly that I am a descendant of one of the witches they weren't able to burn. And I am unrepentant about it, for I must be seen and I must be heard. I have a lot to contribute to society, and yes, I am a woman. As we usher in this new age of change, may we begin to see femininity as strength too. And for the sake of posterity, may it be remembered that I am a woman who lived in this time and I never kept my mouth shut. Amen. Thank you.
My goodness. The yin and the yang. You spoke of femininity and leadership. Your words are very much digestive, Chiamaka. Wow. Thank you so much for that. Finally, we are going to have Wordman do his thing. Let's have your
Another tribe. My people go no. Oh, Kiri kana buko sadari. You can only go in the bedroom. You don't step on it. These people have. Oh, not too much on my head, John. I don't get John. How do you John so baff? The car with the watch for TV don't jam us where they watch her. It could be your sister screaming. Your daughter has defiled. Ladies and women are living in shame. Ah, my people, after God, now gone. Then I use mouth as bullet, signing voice to the judge. I don't get joy at the time and shoot. I don't get joy at the time and shoot. Hey, brothers, fathers, uncles, husbands, this bad omen for men rob them of their dignity. What is this insanity? Should we wait in infinity? You think because of gender, they cannot render. See, if I cough, it go rough. I said, when I cough, you not go there enough. I said, if I cough, I'm not going to say you don't stop. Je m'appelle Udebunana Kachuku Samuel. Aussi Wordman. C'est T pour elle. Lit écrit et bien parle contre un happy. This is he for she. Another tribe.
we are going to have some amazing performances by our guest artists from far and wide. We have a music performance by Tuxben and a spoken word performance by Magic and another musical performance by Mr. Two Boy Vibes. Let's appreciate them. Please enjoy the show.
I'm her voice, I'm her song. I will speak for her and be her guide. I'm her shield, fighting through. I'll speak for her and be her guide. I'm not gonna let this walk away like it's never happened. You know the door sits there like zero concern. I'm not gonna let this walk away like it's never happened. You know the door sits there like zero concern. Arise, let us fight and fight for justice, 'cause we won. Nigeria, make we talk, make we no fold our hands like say this no concern you. Please, Nigeria, please make we talk. Make we no fold our hands like say this no concern you. I'm not gonna let this walk away like it's never happened. You know the door sits there like say no concern you. I'm not gonna let this walk away like it's never happened. You know the door sits there like say no concern you. Nothing can change me. Nothing can break me. You cannot beat me, kill me, nor destroy me. Nothing can change me. Nothing can break me. You cannot beat me, kill me, nor destroy. Nothing can change me. You cannot kill me. Let us fight, please fight for justice, 'cause we won.
It seems like these thoughts have taken over my body. As I speak, I don't speak as a man that lives for what he sees. I speak as a woman that lives for what she thinks. These thoughts are a combination of our source, our history, our true identity we so straight from. These thoughts is what I like to call the juice. Drink from this juice now and catch the spirit. Drink from this juice like T'Challa did in really feel this. I can see the spirit of Queen Amina on a horse, riding restless, with his burden, ready for who to say me now. I can see the spirit of Fumila Yokuti as she rolls up her scrolls. In a bag she puts, not seeing any female willing to voice these words. Feel Onamdi Asikiwe. I'm a tired of being. All this really sounds strange to you. Have you forgotten who you are? Trouble within, trouble without. Heroes in sorrows, deep minds drown in the quaking thoughts of the morrow. All we are borrowed. How could this be? Every mind wonders how. Killings, killings, killings. Protests, protests, protests. Blood on the office floor for my corporate ladies. Blood on the kitchen for my abused mothers. But when I scream he for she, Nigeria call obey. My children resurrected. I am happy today. Nigeria's call obey. Ha 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 ha.
Q-Docs music. Dabs on the mix.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's too biased, yeah, 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 yeah. I am funny kind of girl. I am funny kind of girl. I am funny kind of girl. I want to, but I shoulda killed me slowly. That shoulda killed me slowly. I am funny kind of girl. I am funny kind of girl. I am funny kind of girl. I want to, but I shoulda killed me slowly. Now shoulda killed me slowly. One way sumabi, one day gbese. One way sumabi, one day gbese. One way sumabi, one day gbese. Now only you walk out, now only you are safe for yeah. Why you gotta do like say you know the shit oh? Why you gotta do like say you know the love oh? You can feel this love, you can see this love, you can see I do. Please don't say no, 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 no. Now she be my panadol, now she be my soul direct. Now she the give me headache, now she the good temper. I am funny kind of girl, I am funny kind of girl, I am funny kind of girl. I want to, but I shoulda killed me slowly. That shoulda killed me slowly. I am funny kind of girl, I am funny kind of girl, I am funny kind of girl. I want to, but I shoulda killed me slowly. That shoulda killed me slowly. One way sumabi, one day gbese. One way sumabi, one day gbese. One way sumabi, one day gbese. I know gonna let me, I want you. I know gonna let me, I need you. You dey play with my heart, oh, play with my life, oh yeah. Moti Reni Kereji, I don't see my wife, oh, but she know they my house, oh, she know they my. She dey do me gunny, she dey chop my money, she dey follow bobo, she dey do me wayo. I don't see my wife, oh. I don't see my wife, oh. I don't see my wife, oh. And she know that my house, oh. I don't see my wife, oh. And she know that my house, oh. Nigeria, she's so beautiful, you know. Nigeria blessed abundantly, you know. It's just a beautiful song with terrible lyrics and no harmony in it. A standing tree with withered leaves and no fruits to eat. I see a country where justice won't stagger, where humanity and molestation is
Necesito así en Nigeria, with no rape and molestation, where the heat will be for the sheep. Oh, Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria.
Is that all you can give this performance? Is that all? Is that all you can give this performance? Are you sure? Is that all? Is that all? Is that all you can give this performance? Your children were on stage. Our young people were on stage. Great. Great. It's he for she. We look forward to a nation where social transformation is constantly the norm. You know, that we're always evolving and improving. And I think it was Auntie Shine who used this quote, and I shared with a couple of friends of mine, and she said, the biggest room that we have in the world is the room for improvement. And as a nation, we must embrace that room to constantly improve ourselves, to constantly be better than we are today. And our young people are craving for a better tomorrow. Do we believe that we can have a better tomorrow in Nigeria with the caliber of young people that we have here? Let's give them a round of applause again. Is Ambassador Uzo Amaka Asiegbu in the building? All right, so very briefly, we'll be hearing from the president of the second cohort of the Creative Youth Boot Camp. And it was the longest cohort. They were the ones who were most affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. They had 2 weeks of physical boot camp and didn't experience a showcase of this nature. The rest was virtual. But regardless, she has stood out as a leader, as an achiever. And she's here today to just share with you the experience of that cohort and what life has become for her since going through the Creative Youth Boot Camp. Ladies and gentlemen, please celebrate with me Uzuamaka Asiegbo.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon. First of all, I want to, I know my cohort members that are here, they are, I would say they're feeling sad. Like, I understand how you feel because this showcase is amazing. It's wonderful. Like, I don't know how to express it. And yeah, I would say I'm not feeling happy because we didn't get to perform like this, but I know we had amazing talent in our cohort. First of all, I want to congratulate this present cohort. You guys were amazing today. You did well, and SPS, Street Project Foundation, is a place that you already have the talent. Street Project Foundation is a place that builds you up. You came here with a talent. You went through the process of coming to showcase your talent, and you get here. You're not coming to learn a talent. You're coming to improve yourself. You're coming to learn how to make a sustainable living doing what you love. And with what has been happening here today, I understand that this cohort has gone through that process. And moving out of here, they're moving into the world to be better persons and experience better opportunities. My time at the Creative Youth Boot Camp, March to August 2020, it was a wonderful one. It was a lovely time. And one thing I am very grateful for Street Project is the opportunity to improve myself. Before I came here, I felt my life was going better, my life was doing well. But after I left here, I realized that I've been missing a lot. Like, yeah, I've been missing a lot. And Street Project Foundation taught me that. Street Project Foundation taught me to be confident, to stand in front of you. That is one of the major things I learned from this project. To be confident, to stand as a youth, to bring out what I represent, to talk to the world and get them to understand what I represent. I am a person living with disability, and most of my work is towards persons living with disabilities. I'm a creative writer, and I write stories about persons living with disabilities. Most of the time, you read stories, you watch movies, all the entertainment you see, persons living with disabilities are excluded. You don't see them in these stories. And this is one of the things I intend to correct in my creative writing. Also, after my time at the boot camp, like Mr. Ezenwa talked about, he shares opportunities with ambassadors. And it's for you, opportunities are out there. It's for you to utilize the opportunities. It's for you to take advantage of the opportunities. And one of the opportunities Mr. Ezenwa shared with us was an opportunity with the pollination project, yes. I utilized the opportunity. I applied for a grant to train persons with disabilities with skills, income generating skills. The project just finished last week. Yes, I got the grant. I implemented an 8-week project where young persons with disabilities were trained on income generating skills. Because aside from having persons with disabilities in literature, employers, it's always very difficult to get employers to employ persons with disabilities. If you're an employer here, you should check your office, check whatever it is you do. Do you know that there are talents in persons living with disabilities? And if you don't have them among your employee, you're missing out. In Nigeria, we have about 25 million persons living with disabilities. and you're missing that talent, those skills out of your office. And I would beg you, it's begging and begging on behalf of my fellow persons living with disabilities. When you get back to your various organizations, your various places of work, if you are the person in charge, you have to rethink. You have to go and rewrite your business plan. Include persons living with disabilities. You will gain a lot from them. Then if you are not the owner of the business, if during your meetings, raise it up. You are leaving out almost close to half of Nigerians' population in your organizations, and you're lacking a lot. So I would crave your indulgence to think about that. Also, for the youths among us, I am a UN volunteer. And it will be an honor to find fellow persons from fellow ambassadors from Street Project Foundation to join me in becoming a UN volunteer. As a UN volunteer, I work with United Nations Women as the program and inclusion analyst. So I would also beg for my fellow Street Project ambassadors to join me. For you to join, you could go to their website, unv.org, click on Become a Volunteer. It will be an awesome experience for you. Now, most of the time, we think volunteering is at your own convenience, at your own time. No, if you're ready to work, if you're ready to experience work and learn, you come and become a volunteer with UN Volunteers. And I believe we all have talent here, and we will utilize the talent. Thank you very much.
Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Need I say more? Need I say more? The quality of talents that we have, in the Street Project Foundation community is extraordinary. Yes, is extraordinary because the spirit of excellence is something we drive, and you would already see it in the life of Uzo Amaka Asiegbu. Let's give it up for her again. Gradually, we're getting to the graduation ceremony. But before we get there, we need to see some of, the ambassadors from previous cohorts. This is grand finale. This is grand finale. So at least we have to feel some of our ambassadors from the other cohorts. Abby? All right. I want to call on an ambassador from the March August cohort. He is a performance activist par excellence, a rapper of socially conscious music. His name, he goes by the name Gidzi. Don't stop clapping until Gidzi appears. Don't stop clapping until Gidzi appears. Don't stop clapping until Gidzi appears. Don't stop. Gidzi, we're waiting. We're waiting, Gidzi.
Out of the nation's over 200 million people, about 70% constitute the youths, and nearly 15% of the adult population in Nigeria, which is around 14.3 million.